All right.
Keyzie.
For all you mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast, get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. Or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Somebody's been using my headphones.
Have they?
They have.
How do you know that?
Because they got a smaller head than me.
Right. Oh, you fucking...
Yeah, got him.
Oh, you piece of shit. I haven't done that for a while.
What happened,
fellas.
Jace? Just for the listeners, man, what happened?
I just tipped an entire glass of water over me. That was
You've been
full.
doing pretty well, man. Hopefully this has
have.
been recorded.
It would have been over a year
YouTube.
ago since
you
his
reckon?
last one. Absolutely.
He's
been
had a
a
couple
long-
of closies,
It's
yeah.
been a long time. Just about fucking sums up this fucking afternoon, quite frankly.
I've had a fucking, and I don't use this word lightly, cunt of a day.
One of those days, maybe, Mogey.
Bro, I tell you what, man, I was just stumbling my way to fuck up, from fuck up to fuck up all day. Nearly did myself out of 20 grand, 20 grand plus,
Jesus.
and was just lucky that that the person, that she was good about it in the end.
Yes.
That was something I wasn't expecting today. And then had to go and have a meeting.
Thanks,
Had to have
Bugs.
lots of meetings with that on my mind, and I hadn't been able to do anything about it. So I was sitting in meetings thinking, I wonder how I'm going to do that, while also trying to be engaged in the meetings that I was meeting about.
Yes.
And then I had to go to another meeting, Keyzie, and you'll like this, man. This is something that's annoyed me my entire life. I tried to go to this place for a meeting, but it was on it's in a city street. It was in Ponsonby.
Right.
Businesses don't put numbers on the front of the buildings.
Yes, I know what you mean.
So you'll have a number, and then it'll be 20 buildings with no number,
Yes.
and then another number.
Yes.
And it drives me up the fucking wall. So I'm wandering back and forth looking for either the number or a sign that tells me where I've got to go. Nothing there.
So no business sign writing?
No business sign.
Wow.
So I'm wandering up and down. And the other thing is I've got my kid.
All right.
My kid's with me because
Mogey.
today's a teacher's day only.
Yeah, right.
So, and my brother-in-law went to Laneways yesterday, got maggoted. He's meant to look after her during the day. He didn't come home last night. So now I'm looking after the kids. So I'm wandering up and down. I'm going,
Effin and Jeffin, perhaps?
well, I'll tell you what, I go, for fuck's sake. And my daughter's going, $1. This is honestly, and I gave her about $3 or $4. I just let her have it. And then I've been looking for about 7 minutes, and I left. And I was like, emailed the guy. I tried to find their phone number on their website. No phone number on their website.
Yes.
And I just jump in my car and I flick him an email and say, sorry, man. Then he goes, no, the entry point is not, that's our address, but the entry point is in a back alley on the other side on a completely different street.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Nah, not doing it.
and then another 10 other things like that. So I have had a absolute fucker of a day. But my daughter's been making me laugh.
Well, that's good.
That's
It's been
the
really
main
good.
thing, mate.
She's been really
Every day.
funny. Which
You
has
should
been
just-
good. But fuck, I was spewing.
Maybe that's like a way if you're inclined to have like days that make you grumpy, maybe just having someone with you who makes you laugh.
Oh, 100%. And yesterday, and that's the thing, I certainly didn't get as grumpy as I've been trying to get a credit card for a month. It'll be there in 3 days, ring them up after 2 weeks. Oh, it's been cancelled. Did you cancel it? No. Okay, order another one. Wait for 2 weeks, ring them up today. Oh, they must have sent it to your old address that I changed a year ago. Well, why would they do that? You know.
Yeah.
And then you just go, okay, well, it's just going to be one of those days. But I was
Sure.
nowhere near as grumpy as I would have been if I didn't have my daughter, because I
True.
would have spiraled. And yesterday, man, she is just has me absolutely crying, breathless, unable to speak because I'm laughing so hard.
That's good.
She is such a fucking asshole. Like, she does it deliberately. She's as annoying as she can possibly be, just screaming in my ear, but only does it with me.
Yes.
And it's just like, oh, you're the worst kind of person. So that kind of person that you and I are just being annoying,
Yes.
she's going to be that. And she's
Yes.
going to make somebody a terrible husband or wife.
Or wife. Or wife.
Anyway, so that was my day. I had a
Yeah.
ball. I had a ball yesterday, even though we didn't do much. How about you fellas? That's 5 minutes of a rant from Mogey.
Feel better now, though?
I felt pretty good about it because the other thing is I get to come in here.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
But I feel much better about sorting that money out because that would have been.
Yes, that's not an insignificant amount of money.
Oh my God.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
I spent the morning gardening. And by gardening, I mean digging a shitload of dirt and putting it somewhere else. And then cutting a hydrangea, cutting it back, digging the big old bastard, digging right down under the roots, and then moving it. And then my spade snapped halfway through it. And so I'm using
Sounds
half
like
a
you're at
spade.
Mogey's house.
Yeah, I was effing and jeffing.
You got a hydrangea, haven't you? Big hydrangea? What's that picture you sent through to the text? What was
Bougainvillea.
that? Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it the big
Bougainvillea.
pink thing?
I call it a bougainvillea. I wonder if it's a bogan.
Bogan.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably because it's out
Nice.
west.
Pretty,
it's
though.
Probably a bougainvillea.
Hey.
Here he is.
Hey?
I've got about 4 hydrangeas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They're a good car.
oh my God. Oh, good on you, Hoyte J.
You're
Man.
going to put me back in a mood, Hoodie J.
That's good shit, man. But it's, you know, when you just like, there's something about physical exertion, especially work towards something like gardening, where afterwards you feel really great.
I saw some gentlemen on the side of the road. They had a big thing of dirt
Yeah.
to move. They had a couple of wheelbarrows, some shovels,
Yeah.
and they were just going about it. And I was driving past and I was thinking, I'm glad it's not me,
But
Good,
a
honest
good,
toil.
honest toil. You've done your day's work and you haven't paid somebody else to do it. It's you and your mates doing it. And there's real value in that.
there is.
I told you about this mate of mine who at school, I have told the story, but he was tiny. Like, imagine a Hoyte J.
Oh,
but
wow, that is
smaller
tiny. Oh, what?
and
Cowboy.
and stickier and skinnier.
Save it for the radio
Why is he
show, mate.
sticky?
Well, he was just very thin.
Oh,
and
like a stick.
Stickish.
like
Right.
if you were thinking about a kid to pick on, he was that kid.
Right.
I don't do that, but okay.
And he ended up being a labourer and moving, digging, and all that sort
Yeah.
of shit. And then he,
Sinewy, strong bastard.
oh well, then we saw him. This is like I saw him 10 years after he left school, and I shit you not, he was built like a brick shithouse.
Right.
Pecs, abs, just
Hot.
hot as,
You like
man.
that?
Unbelievable.
And what did he say when he saw you?
He said, God, you're looking good, Hoyte J.
Oh, yeah, man. That's so good.
I had a situation today which was quite bizarre. It was, I don't know if I call it a medical incident,
Yeah.
but I was so utterly exhausted. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know why.
When was this?
Today, at about 1 o'clock. That I could very easily have done what you guys do
Yeah.
and laid down on the couch and had an instant nana nap.
Physically exhausted or just old?
Exhausted.
Oh, had you just cranked the hog?
No, I hadn't beaten off.
What did you have for lunch? Like something really fatty?
No.
Probably nothing, knowing you.
I just had you know those curry rolls you get, right? I've just discovered them in my local bakery.
Is this going to be a new
I've
thing?
never had a curry roll.
Oh, they're beautiful, Mogey. And they're just soaked in oil.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know
Curry
what
roll.
You know what a spring roll is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a curry roll, but it's just rice and mince.
It's the
in
same
it.
thing, but it's got a curry in it.
But it's got a
Oh,
rice
right.
and mince. Yeah.
Yum. That sounds delicious.
And it's great because it is literally dripping in oil.
Yeah.
And it's
Been
like,
sitting there all day.
yeah, bright orange.
Sure.
Did you eat that for lunch?
Yeah, I had
That's
that.
probably what
That's
made
why
you
you were so
exhausted.
tired.
Is your body putting all its energy into trying to digest that shit.
I actually sort of lay back on the couch and went, oh my God. And then went, no, I'm not doing that.
Don't.
I'm not going to fall asleep
Why
because
not?
that will be fucked. And then I'll wake up feeling even worse.
Really?
Yeah. And I still feel exhausted, which
Hmm.
is weird. Because
Can I-
I've been quite active today, but not active to be exhausted.
No.
Just
Not sitting on the couch all day.
fuck, yeah.
It's interesting watching my brother-in-law today. He got home whenever he did, and he was such a piece of shit, is how I would describe him.
Ah, yeah.
And it's because he's 23 or 24. He's lying on his side on his phone.
Yes.
Couldn't even be on his back and hold his arms up
Yes.
above his head to scroll through Instagram. And when I tell you all day,
Yes.
all day. All day on the Instagram. But he rolled over onto his side and was doing it like that.
Yeah.
I thought he must have been up all night, but he said he was in bed at midnight.
Oh, well, what's the excuse? Although when you are
It
that
was pretty
hungover,
hot.
yeah, but when you're that
Yesterday.
hungover, it's literally just waiting to go to sleep, as we've discussed before.
It is. Yeah, it is. And look, I've had days where I've done that. I've had one day where I literally did not get out of bed. Zara was away, so that was good.
Yeah, feels
You
good.
just like beat
just
off
literally-
and
and
have some more beersies.
Have a curry
Have a-
roll,
no.
a
some ciggies.
didn't do that.
Couple of nips of voddy.
If only.
couple of nippies.
Couple of nips.
Haven't had a nippies today.
Wow.
Proud of myself.
Way to go, brother.
Thanks,
man.
Hey, listen to Hauraki Big Show 4 till 7 every weekday on
Oh,
Radio
James,
Hauraki.
I mean,
it's
you
really
know, I
great.
mean,
You should
it's-
check it out. Seriously.
I mean, you don't
Honestly,
have to do
check it
that.
out. It's
You
really
don't
great.
feel obligated.
It's great.